With a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
Taking a look at Arizona. They've got Mitchell. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the 1. Here's Lewis, and he banks in the layup. Lewis has got the first basket of the game for Arizona. Well, UCLA and all those incredible national titles in men's basketball, Clark, they were the program in the 60s and 70s.
Yep, completely dominated the landscape of college ball during that time. From 64 to 75, they won 10 titles in 12 seasons.
Now Lawson. Following the three-point attempt by Freak, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lawson.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard, in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that, but guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Now here's Freak. Lawson defending. Here's Looney, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Kevon Looney taking 2 shots.
And the free throw, no good. Well, for the Arizona Wildcat program, they didn't really become the force it is today until the 80s. Since then, Greg, Arizona has been a big player in the conference.
How about having a string of conference titles, 14 in total, all coming since 1986.
And it's a completely new group for Arizona. And he's good on the second.
And for the Wildcats, arguably their best years were in the late 90s and early 2000s. In 1997, they won their lone college championship. A lot of trips to the Final Four around that time, too.
Now, here's Hollins. Nobody near Williams. And it's off from three-point range. Arizona on D. Here's Barton. And another miss by UCLA.
And Arizona has been on the upswing in recent seasons, though. They continue to come into the tournament as a high seed and win their conference. This could be the start of kind of a second golden age for the program. And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Morris with the ball. Pass to Barton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Some nice ball movement by the Bruins. Gaines, no luck.
You know, Freak just hasn't been able to perform how we're accustomed to seeing him up until this point. I mean, he just hasn't been able to string anything together.
There are a lot of things that might be affecting him. You know, with his reputation, defenses will pay special attention to him. And that might be...
UCLA trails by 6. And for Arizona, Williams is out there with Ewing. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Landry in at the 2 spot. Here's Gaines. That one off the back iron and out.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
And for the Bruins, Gaines is in at the point. Looney out there with Irving. Then it's Fresh. And it's Morris in at the 3, the small forward.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Goodwin kicks to Landry. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Arizona shooting their first free throws of this game.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. And some changes here for the Bruins. Johnson comes in for Irving, and Barton subbed in for Fresh. And Arizona also making a switch. Hollins is checked in. He's off on the second. UCLA trails by 4.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Lets it go from deep. And good on the basket. Cooking. Gaines has got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Goodwin. No good on that last second attempt there. And And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
Taking a look at Arizona. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Johnson is out there with Mitchell. And it's Lewis in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here is Lawson, guarded by Gaines. Leaner from distance. That's good.
And guys, so many great players from UCLA in the NBA over the years. Kareem, a former Bruin. Bill Walton also coming out of Westwood. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And even 3-on-3 break. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and Stanley Johnson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now here's what UCLA is going with on the floor. Irving's checked in for Looney, and Free subbed in for Fresh.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And it's Roberts, top of the key, passes it to Gaines. Right side Irving, dishes it to Gaines. To tie, good on the shot. Gaines has got it all tied up now for the Bruins.
And finally, they fought themselves back to even the score. We've got a new ball game here now.
And really, all the momentum is theirs, making such a strong comeback. So I think you've got to really feel good about their chances the rest of the way.
And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And here's Arizona now. Lawson kicks to Johnson. Campbell against Lawson. Carter dishes to Lawson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Johnson is checked in for UCLA. Morris comes in for Campbell. And it's the Bruins with the ball, trailing by 2, Free passes to Gaines. There's the dish to Johnson. Morris against Williams. And Gaines gets it to go on the assist by Morris. 8 points for Freak.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Williams kicks to Johnson. The 17-footer. And so it looks like Arizona will retain possession here. So teams making some changes here.